see that. Oh. See that? No. No, we're good. Alright, I guess everything's set up. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this first episode of this new YouTube channel. Now, I've sat down in front of this camera before. I've started other channels. I've discontinued pretty much all those other channels. And a lot of that's been to, one, a bunch of ambition just trying to hit me all at once. Trying to put too much on my plate too quickly when it comes to a lot of the content I wanted to create for YouTube here. Another thing has been for me is the topics that I wanted to talk about. One being that I've always wanted to start a fitness YouTube channel. I'm a personal trainer. I am currently a student in nutrition. But ultimately it came down to, I don't want to sit down and talk to the camera and talk about everything that I already do for a day-to-day basis. I need something that's an escape for me, something that I can do in my off time to just kind of unwind and get away from everything that I do from day-to-day business. So we're going to go into what I really love to do and what really helps, one, really de-stresses me. It puts me into a zone where I can be by myself. I can have nothing else going on around me. I'm just happy doing this. So, even though this still feels like I'm taking on a lot, trying to start a YouTube channel again, this is going to be me trying to start a photography channel again. So I wanted to start off this first video on a right note. I already have like an outline written out on what I want to go over. I have a few ideas for my first few videos, but I just kind of want to go through the process of why am I starting this now? Who kind of helped me get to me sitting down from this camera and talking to it all alone in my apartment, because this is a very weird feeling. So this is more a video for me to kind of give gratitude. This is probably, nobody I talk about is ever probably going to see this video, but it still kind of feels good to give thanks to the people who inadvertently inspired you to kind of push for something that you ultimately really love to do. So, I'm doing this entire video. I just realized I did not plug my microphone in. Beginner mistake number one. Make sure the microphone's plugged in. 1 second. Alright, I'm not redoing any of that intro. So the audio sounds a million times better right now. I finally... this entire time I'm sitting here, I'm realizing the wire usually doesn't do that. I wonder why it does that while I'm talking to the camera. Make sure you plug in your microphone first before you hit record. Pro tip number one, here we go. All-star content right here. Anyway, so getting back on track, I wanted to... Thanksgiving is next week when I upload this video. So it kind of makes sense that I do a video where I'm kind of giving thanks to those people who really added fuel to the fire of what was already a passion inside me. It's something that photography and doing videos are something that I used to love as a teenager growing up. Then I just it kind of went by the wayside. Life came in, and now, thanks to a lot of these people that I have written down, a lot of these people kind of help influence and kind of reignite that passion to get back into doing photography, start making videos, and stuff like that. So, This entire list is not in any particular order. A lot of the people on this list I'm going to list off, they have different specialties in of their own. I'll be listing why I like them so much. And I'll be linking to all their social media down below. So if you're watching this, because I'm not doing this to get views or anything, I'm just doing this because I'm grateful. And the fact that these people are not probably going to see this video ever. Maybe they will. Who knows? Anyway, so in no particular order, first one on the list is Peter McKinnon. This guy, well, I figured out about Peter McKinnon due to another person on my list. Everybody on this list, as I'm running it out, kind of realized that I found out these people through other people on this list. When it comes to Peter McKinnon, I started watching him his first year after he released about like, he had a few videos on his channel at that point. He probably had like less than 20 videos on his channel at that point. Let me check real quick. Let's see, Peter McKinnon. He has 374 videos. I started watching him his first year. He was probably within 100 videos. I started watching him. I swear, I think it was like, I don't even think he posted like 50 videos up at that point. And I started watching him. One, he's a photographer, obviously, and then he does a lot in cinematography. I'm looking for the word. He does a lot in cinematography. I think he's currently doing a kind of like a documentary for Blink 182 right now. And he started off doing kind of like pro tips as far as Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Premiere, kind of helping your style out, some of the things that like quick hacks to improve your photography, stuff like that. Some of the stuff that I'm probably going to be starting off doing. And that's kind of how it grabbed my attention, because I knew photography was something that I absolutely love to do. So I watched his videos, and quite literally, he's probably the #1 reason why I got back into actually doing this. So yeah, he's a really cool guy. I think. I haven't met him in person. Next one, I'm going to probably butcher his name right now. Matti Haapoja. Probably ruined that. He's originally from Finland, I believe. Don't quote me on that. If I'm wrong, comments. Much appreciated. Anyway, probably gonna get a lot more comments about how badly I butchered most of these people's names. Matti works alongside Peter McKinnon. He's also an amazing photographer. He does a lot in cinematography as well. He does a lot more on the tutorial side, in my opinion. Peter McKinnon still does a lot of that, but Peter McKinnon has, at least for me, kind of gone more into an entertainment aspect for me, where I watch his videos for entertainment more than just what information he's trying to push out. Peter McKinnon still gives out amazing content as far as like tutorials and stuff like that. I just solely watch him more for entertainment purposes. Matti, however, I watch for more of a tutorial basis. He gets a lot of hands-on on brand new equipment. He does a lot of tutorials on that equipment, and it kind of gives you a clear picture of like, all right, so here's this piece of equipment I'm going to bring out to the field. We're going to do a bunch of this with my team, and then here's all the results. And he does kind of like comparison with all this equipment, and it's also an entertainment thing for me, because I look at all this nice camera equipment. I'm like, man, I really want to buy that. So, as far as his photography too, I try to, for both Peter and Matti, I tend to copy their photography style as far as editing. A lot of the colors that they use, I tend to take a lot from them. I'm trying to branch out from that particular style, just kind of like see kind of what works for me. But yeah, they tend to be the ones I copy the most with everything. Next one, this person's mainly focused in photography from what I've seen. I'm probably going to butcher his last name. Alen Palander. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. He's a photographer out of New York, I want to say. I feel like a lot of his photography comes from New York. One of the reasons, and it's more I saw a video with him and Peter McKinnon, and it's more his photography style that's like mind-blowing to me. He has a very elegant style of photography where he focuses a lot on blacks. It's a lot of blacks and like maybe one other color, like an orange or a red. And it is stunning. Like, wow. Like, I'm trying to copy that. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I really like his style. Again, links down in the description down below to both his YouTube channel and his Instagram. I find him a huge inspiration of where the type of creativity that I will like to one day bring, but in my own flair. Next one, again, somebody whose name I'm probably going to butcher. Brandon Woelfel. Pretty sure I said that wrong. Again, if you know him, you follow him, please don't come at me. Just in the comments, nice, politely, just tell me how to pronounce that last name. He's probably my #1 person I like to follow on Instagram right now. He has quite a few Instagram accounts. I'll link to, again, all below. He has a YouTube channel too, but I mainly follow him on Instagram. His style of photography is very dreamlike, which is I think is kind of the best way to describe his photography. He does a lot of portrait photography. He's extremely creative with a lot of stuff that he does. He's very good with using outside objects to kind of add to this dreamlike factor to his photography. He messes around with his colors a lot in ways that I'm just like, yes, #1, I love that. He's somebody else who I'm trying to mimic his style a little bit more, just because it's, I like that kind of like the dream-like colors, kind of out of this world type feel, and he really delivers that. I absolutely love his photography. Again, he's probably like my #1 favorite Instagram account right now, just for everything that he's putting out. Again, links down below. Now, next one on the list is somebody who I mainly follow on YouTube, but mainly focused on her Instagram a lot more recently. Started realizing that I had a lot of guys on this list, and I'm like, I follow a lot of female creators too. I need to add them on here. #1 for my female creators, mainly just because I think I watch more of her content more than anybody else, is, again, I'm going to butcher this, Sorelle Amore. Sorelle Amore. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. Probably best way to describe her is a very interesting character. As far as her YouTube channel goes, she kind of goes outside of photography and talks about different lifestyles, different stuff that she does. One of my favorite things about her is, one, how she describes things. Like how she describes things and kind of how she tells a story. I really like that aspect of her where she really she's very good at attaching feelings to what the message she's trying to portray. One of the things that I like going over was how she was describing how she edits her photos, because it's a little darker, a little edgier, a little moodier, which sometimes I like to do as well too. And she has a very good way of describing how different colors, different lightings, how different things can kind of bring different emotions out. And yeah, that alone has improved my photography so much. Being able to have an emotional connection and both getting emotional reaction out of your photography, amazing. So again, Instagram and YouTube linked in the description down below. She's an amazing creator. Go check her out. Two more. First one, mainly focusing on photography. Manny Ortiz. Again, Instagram and YouTube down below. As far as portrait photography goes, guy's incredible. He goes over a lot of the gear that he uses, why he uses the gear that he uses, the lenses that he uses. He goes over on positioning, how to professionally work with models doing portrait photography. The guy's a beast. So I love all of his content, and it's very bite-sized. Well, bite-sized as in I think most of the videos I've watched of his are under 10 minutes. So it's nice little bite-sized content, at least for me, to get a few new tricks up my sleeve that really helps me as far as my photography goes. And last one, this is the tutorial. I actually found this guy by accident, just because I was looking for tutorials on the camera. When I first got this camera, I have the Canon Rebel T7i. I like how I had to double check and make sure which camera I'm using. I've only used this camera for a couple years now. Found him by accident by looking up his tutorial on this camera. If anybody is looking and to just dive into photography, looking to buy your first camera, looking where to go when it comes to buying certain gear, as far as starting off in photography, the basics that you need to know, FroKnowsPhoto, pretty sure I said that right. Mainly follow him on YouTube, Instagram only a little bit. His YouTube channel is huge as far as the information that he gives out. Like seriously, the information that this guy gives out on all the gear, like anything that comes out, anything photography, any news updates, anything that's going on with a lot of these companies, this guy has content on it. So if you want to spend hours getting lost in content and just trying to become a better photographer and technically know what you're doing, FroKnowsPhoto is probably one of the best channels I could probably suggest to really anybody. So I think that's everybody on my list. I don't know how many people I just listed off. Again, this is just kind of me being grateful for a lot of these people for how they influenced me. Again, even though I've never met any of them. If you're somebody who's looking to get into photography, everybody I listed off, just go through all their content. I'm just kind of using this as a kind of hub of amazing creators that you can kind of reference back to and really look at, hey, this person has this person has this person this, I want to learn that, I want to learn that. It just gives you kind of like a quick little database of information of, all right, this is what I want to learn and here's all this information. There's a lot of information out there on the interwebs, and it's very hard to kind of sort through and really find when you found really good content. So I'll probably make another one of these videos, probably make this into a series and just kind of like list off people that are either like currently influencing me and just like people who I think that just need to have their stuff shared. Or like I said, if you're someone who's brand new, trying to see where I can get the best content, this is another good video to just kind of be like, hey, I'm going to go to this guy's channel, I'm going to hit that like button, which do that, hit that like button. I'm going to go to this video, hit that like button. I'm going to go through all this, all these links that he so kindly provided me to show all these amazing people and their amazing content and their amazing tutorials, and I'm going to become a better photographer because this guy put a video together with all these amazing people. So yeah, that's the first video. I'm going to sit down and edit this. It's probably going to take me a little while. Next video that I'm probably going to do is going to be on mobile photography. This is something that I've been doing a lot recently just because I don't have my camera equipment on me all the time, but I always see nice photos that can be taken. So the only thing I can use is my phone. So next video is gonna be on mobile photography. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Be that first one to hit that subscribe button. If you realize you're not the first one to hit that subscribe button, hit it anyway, just because I'm pretty happy with what I have written down for my mobile photography video. So that's gonna be going to shoot and film. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.